Playing the 5 Elements Game Advanced Cultivation, 6. Dayform Buddha. December 27, 2006. The universe is filled with energy, but the total sum of energy is 0. This is the principle behind one yin, one yang constitutes the Tao, extreme yin and extreme yang constitute disease. Thus, the state of 0 is a perfect state and one that can change in myriad ways in an instant. This is the nature of the universe. Shenkuan Buddha has opened up the Pandora's box for us. After peeling back layers, we discover that the core of Pandora's box is nature. All things and phenomena derived from Pandora's box originate from nature. Only then do we understand the deepest meaning of with an enlightened consciousness nature is perceived. Seeing nature and becoming enlightened, we see the Tathagata and also see the ancestral Buddha Tathagata, greatest creator. Whoever understands the meaning of the above paragraphs stands at the peak of human wisdom. When a carp leaps over the dragon gate, it becomes a dragon. When impurities are removed, one becomes a spirit. Upon perceiving the nature of the universe, one becomes a Buddha. From a logical perspective, a gazelle cannot catch up with a tortoise. However, in terms of methods, all things can leap beyond logical constraints. As long as there is a trigger, mechanisms can be activated. Similarly, as long as there is a detonator, an atomic bomb can be detonated. The sane grasp the main points, and everything falls into place. Is absolutely correct. Once you perceive nature, everything becomes simple and turns into a fun game. Besides playing games, there is nothing else to do. Realizing this makes you a celestial being, not just a human or a land celestial, but a deity celestial and a super celestial. However, proceed with caution. Games have very strict rules. Understanding the rules allows one to act according to one's wishes without exceeding limits and handle tasks with ease. Not understanding the rules will lead to aimless confusion and repeated failures. Shenkuan Buddha once taught us that to play a card game, you must not only know how many cards are in a deck and understand the value and meaning of each card, but also be familiar with the rules and combinations of the game. Without this understanding, how do you play? You simply cannot play. Life is a game. The question is, how do you play? What do you play? I have been deeply immersed in the theories of yin-yang, the Bagua, and the 5 elements. It can be said that the theories of yin-yang, Bagua, and the 5 elements are the lifeblood of Chinese culture and mark the watershed that differentiates Chinese culture from others. The essence of Chinese culture is not the Confucian, Buddhist, or Taoist teachings, but rather the theories of yin-yang, Bagua, and the 5 elements. There are countless games, but playing the yin-yang game and the Bagua game can be complex, while playing the 5 elements game is simpler and more interesting. The theory of the 5 elements has been around since the time of the Great U.S. Flood Control, about 4,300 years ago. The 5 elements are simple: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. However, playing these 5 cards well is not easy. The 5 elements interact in both generative and destructive cycles, with the rules being: generative cycle, metal generates water, water generates wood, wood generates fire, fire generates earth, and earth generates metal. Destructive cycle, fire destroys metal, metal destroys wood, wood destroys earth, earth destroys water, and water destroys fire. Let us use an example to illustrate. Zhang San was born on August 16, 1976, at 8 a.m. His 4 pillars of destiny, Ba Zi, are Bing Chen, Bing Shen, Gung Zi, Gung Chen, which correspond to the 5 elements: fire, earth, fire, metal, metal, water, metal, earth. First, let us analyze Zhang San's 5 elements. His destiny is earth, specifically young earth. His chart has 3 metals, 2 fires, 2 earths, and 1 water, but lacks wood. Metal is too abundant, water is too scarce, and there is a deficiency of wood. The total energy in the universe is 0, which is the optimal state. In other words, only when the elements of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth are in relative balance can one achieve the zero state. If any element is excessive or deficient, balance is disrupted, leading to instability and a risk of premature death. To avoid extremes and disasters, Zhang San's chart must be managed as follows. Firstly, the most significant task in Zhang San's life is to find wood. Since his chart lacks wood, his life would be unsettled without it. Where to find wood? The east represents wood. Zhang San should spend his life in the east, heading towards the east. Whether it's the direction of his house, his bed, or his office desk, it should all face east. Additionally, he should associate with people who have a lot of wood in their charts to mitigate some disasters. Furthermore, Zhang San's strong lungs often lead to lung disease, and his large intestine also has issues from time to time. What should be done? He should strengthen his liver and gallbladder because his liver and gallbladder are too weak. We can also infer that Zhang San's sense of smell, though often problematic, is very sensitive, while his vision is poor. Additionally, Zhang San should prefer colors like cyan and green and avoid white and gold. His house should ideally be made of wood, avoiding metal structures. Zhang San should primarily avoid traveling west and avoid marrying or forming close ties with people who have a lot of metal in their charts. Zhang San's destiny is Earth, and his zodiac sign is Dragon. According to traditional practices, since wood destroys Earth, Zhang San should avoid wood and not marry people with the zodiac signs of Tiger or Rabbit, as they represent wood, especially those born in the years of Gung Yin or Xian Mao. However, considering his chart's 8 characters, Zhang San needs wood to counterbalance the excess metal. Thus, marrying people with wood elements can benefit him, though this approach is somewhat selfish as it may not benefit the other person. Conversely, if the partner's chart has too much wood, metal should be used to counteract it, which might actually be advantageous. Therefore, when playing the 5 elements game, all factors must be considered to find the best solution for oneself while also considering the impact on others, otherwise, it becomes unethical. Chinese people have been playing this game for a long time, but there aren't many experts. Usually, it's a case of treating the symptoms rather than the root cause, inevitably addressing one problem while neglecting another. Mastering this game can mobilize the entire universe, allowing a butterfly's flapping wings in Alaska to trigger storms at the Cape of Good Hope. Playing the 5 elements game can lead to the unification of heaven and man. From Zhang San's chart, one can further derive a more extensive system, such as how to address the lack of water in his chart, how to supplement the yin for his young earth, and the traditional belief that dragons and dogs are incompatible, so Zhang San should avoid those born under the dog sign. Additionally, Zhang San's excess metal should be countered with fire, but why advise Zhang San to seek wood instead of fire, and so forth. These issues can all be resolved perfectly. You cannot achieve much or go very far without peace of mind. Without tranquility, the spirit will not stay. As an advanced cultivation, those who have completed elementary and intermediate cultivation should play this game during their leisure time after being well fed and content. Don't become a fortune teller.